We welcome you to the Heartland, 7 miles from downtown Kansas City, GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium for more than a half century, the home of the Kansas City Chiefs. Playoff fever in the air. It's the first of 4 this weekend. And off we go in the divisional round. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. First and 10. They'll run with the former 7th-round draft pick, Isaiah Pacheco. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down. Now, Mahomes. That's going to be caught by Gray. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple, and it sets up third down. Throwing now, Mahomes. And this ball incomplete on third down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on third down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
Throwing to begin is Richardson. That's complete. Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. And this play going nowhere. He is taken down behind the line of scrimmage on their first play of the game.
To play corner in this league, Mike, you have to have great reactions and instincts. In this case, he trusts those instincts from the jump, and he's able to send the offense going backwards as a result.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. From the gun, Richardson. That one into the hands of Downs. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
Out of the shotgun, Richardson. He gets this one complete to Pittman. That's his first grab of this divisional round matchup, and it's good for the first down as well.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
Richardson to throw it here on first down. It's to the left side and taken in by Downs. And he's not going to be able to get away. Very good coverage on the perimeter. It goes down as a loss of yards. Lost one on the last play, so now it's second and 11. First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And he's going to be bottled up quickly after a gain of about 1. Leo Chenal, the linebacker, there for the tackle. Here's a 3rd and 10. Throwing, Richardson. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. And that is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down.
On now is Lucas Haversick for the field goal. They'll spot this at their own 48, meaning this is a 62-yard attempt. This one not going to get there. From distance, it is no good. And this will stay a scoreless game.
You have to give him credit, Mike. I mean, that shows a lot of faith in your kicker because that is an ambitious effort from that distance.
On 1st down, it's Mahomes. And he's not going to get away. They'll knock him back to his own territory. They get him on the other side of midfield.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
Yellow. Slot man in motion left. Room to maneuver at the 35. And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line. That pickup good for 29 yards. Here's 1st and 10. Now Mahomes gives it to Pacheco. He'll burrow his way forward for a couple. Zaire Franklin that time, there for the tackle. Look him up on a 2nd down and 8.
Yellow.
Once again, it's Pacheco. And he'll be taken down.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
They'll run for the first time with their fullback. And he's into the end zone. Carson Steele. Touchdown, Kansas City.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
So now it's Butker following the touchdown to send this one away. This will be returned from the 6. Now, on the return, he has lost the football. But this is taken in by a teammate. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Here's Richardson. They'll try to set up the screen here. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screenplay still in the back of their head. The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
Richardson to throw here on 1st and 10. Going over the middle and taken in by Pittman. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this 1st quarter. 1 quarter in the books in this AFC divisional playoff. It's the Chiefs on top. We'll be back in Kansas City after this. We'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Looking to throw. Richardson completing this one to Downs. The tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a 1st down.
Richardson will give it to Taylor, and he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Richardson going to look to throw. A toss, left side, caught by his running back.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
They'll try and run for this. It's Taylor. Searching for some kind of seam to go forward. It's not there. They get him behind the line. 4th down coming up. On now is Lucas Haversick for the field goal. This is going to be a 51-yard attempt. He makes up for the earlier miss. This time, the kick is good. And the Colts are on the board. It's 7-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. That one never got started. Defensive pressure too much, and they drop him in the backfield.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. He'll drop this underneath to Pacheco. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
Well, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike. You never go broke taking a profit. Give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball into the hands of his running back, allow him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch.
Here comes 3rd and 6. Here's Mahomes. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. Woo! And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
So far here early, Mike, the key for this offense has been their ability to maintain possession by converting on these 3rd downs. It's going to be a big storyline the rest of the way. This defense has to find a way. When they force 3rd down, they got to get off the field.
Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They send him right out of the slot. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it. Now a 3rd and 2.
Yellow. Hey, 57 color, 57 color.
Throwing is Mahomes. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
It's always a risky decision anytime a quarterback tries to force the ball, especially into those tightly contested areas. Not a lot of daylight, not a lot of room for error. In this case, it just falls simply as an incomplete. But as this game unfolds, better decisions are going to lead to better results.
It's too long for a field goal. They'll go for it here on 4th down. Here's Mahomes. Open man. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. The Colts have got it. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Drive will start on the ground. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. Second down and 8.
Here we go.
Richardson. He'll spot his big tight end. That's Dalton Schultz. And they're going to mark him down right at the 30-yard line.
We spent so much time talking about these receivers. How fast do they run, Mike? How high do they jump? But so often, the guys that have the most success in the NFL, it's the mental part of the game. It allows them to create separation, find soft spots in the defense, attack defenders. It's exactly what he's able to do here, and really nice connection.
So, 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now give on the ground. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
We've seen this trend throughout the league, Mike. Offensively, everyone wants to have depth at the running back position. Yeah, it's great to have one guy, but if you could have 2 or 3 that can all come in and contribute on the ground, that's the goal, and we're seeing it here. It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Throwing is Richardson. Quick throw out wide. It's caught.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
From the gun on 3rd down, Richardson. He's going to pick up the 1st down and more. And he's out of bounds all the way inside the 15-yard line. A big gainer for Indianapolis. 33 yards. On the move at the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll run here with Taylor. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. They'll go again here with Taylor. And the Colts are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now the Colts will use the first of their timeouts. Clock says 25 seconds till halftime. From the 4-yard line, trying to punch it in. 1st down and goal. They'll run here with Taylor. That play may have taken a little bit too long to develop. It's no gain. He's back at the 4-yard line.
The big guys in the middle of the defense, Mike, the defensive tackles. So often they're asked to do the dirty work. Keep the blockers off the linebackers. Let them run around and make all the plays. But in this case, this guy's able to shed his blocker, make the stop, and keep it to no gain.
Here now, 2nd down and goal. Now Richardson. And the quarterback scrambling, maneuvers his way back to the line of scrimmage, but that's all he can get out of that one.
So often the best pass defense is a good pass rush, and that's exactly what we saw here. The pass rush disrupted this play from the very start. The quarterback has all of his attention on the rushers rather than his receivers downfield. All he can manage to do is get back to the original line of scrimmage.
Big play coming up, 3rd and goal. Richardson to throw. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this 1st half. On now is Lucas Haversick for the field goal. This, about as short as you can get. Haversick's kick is good. And the Colts are back within 1. It's 7-6.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
Three seconds, all that remain in this 1st half, as that one's away. That one's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10.
Yellow.
Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. He'll get this complete to Pacheco. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Chiefs 7, Colts 6.
Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half. Coming up, these two teams fighting to get to that AFC Championship game next Sunday. Back to it here, the third quarter underway. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. Fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. He'll start this on the ground. It's Taylor. Not much. Second and long coming up. From the gun, Richardson. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Third and 9. Out of the shotgun, Richardson. And on third down, that ball incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
This one fielded out beyond the 25. And he'll get a few yards back here on the return before being forced out of bounds. Ball rests at the 37. It's first and 10.
Yellow.
Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. This caught right side by Worthy.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
They'll work now on second and 4. A handoff to Pacheco. Pacheco, first down and more. And he's going to be brought down, but not until he gets inside the 35.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
They'll stay on the ground and stay with Pacheco. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Second and 7.
Yellow.
Throwing now, Mahomes. And this throw batted away and incomplete. Deontay Johnson, the intended target there. Now it's going to be third down.
You just can't say enough about how hard it is to play cornerback in today's modern NFL, Mike. I mean, not only are these wide receivers better than ever, but the way the rules are written, you're really out there on an island with not a lot of options. Your technique has to be perfect. Your timing has to be perfect. It's exactly what we saw here, and he makes a great play on the ball.
That's a pair of hookups on this drive. This one goes for 14 yards and a first down. On the give, this is their fullback. He'll fight forward for a short pickup to the 16. Here's 2nd and 9.
Fire down these two. Right side.
On the handoff, this is Pacheco. He'll be brought down. It was a nice pickup, but a penalty flag on the play. Early indications of a hold.
Yellow.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches.
Yellow. Right side.
Now, Mahomes. That's dropped off for Pacheco. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment.
Yellow. Right side.
On third down, they go with Pierce.
Number 31, Damian Pierce, the ball carrier. Tackle made at the 21-yard line.
On fourth down, Super Bowl champ Harrison Butker now for the Chiefs. This will be a 38-yard attempt. Butker's kick is good. And the Chiefs extend their lead to 10-6.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
After the made field goal, Butker back on the field to send this one away. This returnable from the 4. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. On first down, they'll start with Taylor. And that'll be a pickup of 3. They face 2nd down and 7. Throwing, Richardson. He'll get this into the hands of his running back. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
You get so caught up defending all of these weapons all over the field, and it's sometimes really easy to forget about the back. And in this case, the quarterback does a nice job just dropping the ball off in his check down, and he lets him do the rest.
Richardson to throw here on 1st and 10. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. 17 yards as they hook up again and pick up the first.
Points have certainly been hard to come by in this one today, Mike, but it seems like this drive has been what they've been searching for. A little bit of rhythm, the ability to sustain. Now they got to finish. Now they got to capitalize on these first downs and go finish with 6.
To the left side, that's caught by Mitchell. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Schultz is the motion man. A 2nd down throw for Richardson. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
Here's 3rd down and a few inches. On 3rd down, here's a run by Taylor. And he'll have it. He'll have it at the 16-yard line. First down picked up as the running game comes through.
I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the first down.
On 1st down, it's Richardson. He's going to be taken down here. The defense comes up with a sack on the final play of this 3rd quarter. So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. Here's Richardson. He's got it inside the 5. The Colts have got a 1st and goal. He's out of bounds at the 4-yard line. Looking to throw. Richardson. That is caught side of the end zone. Adonai Mitchell. Touchdown Colts. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that 4th quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
Now this, an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal.
His kick is good. Makes the score Colts 13, Chiefs 10.
So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. That ball's going to hop into the end zone. It's a touchback that will come out to the 20-yard line. First and 10.
Yellow.
From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. It's caught. That's Deontay Johnson. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. Mahomes now to throw on second down. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Yellow.
Big play coming up. This is third down. They'll run straight ahead with Pierce. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. Fourth down coming up. And the Chiefs will punt the ball away. They'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the fourth quarter. Oh, how about that hit? Wow. He took a pretty good lick at the end of that one. On the give, this is Taylor. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's second down. Here's Richardson. That one to the sideline and incomplete, and a penalty flag now comes in late. Maybe no receiver in the area on that one. The task now, a really tough one. Third and very long. Richardson going to look to throw. And that is incomplete.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
This one, returnable. And he'll get a few yards back here on the return before being forced out of bounds. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Throwing is Mahomes. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Yellow.
We'll try again. It's second and 10.
Collect. Right side.
To throw is Mahomes. Hit as he threw it. The pass is incomplete.
I think that play probably results in a completion if that protection just holds up a little bit longer. It was that initial pressure in the face of the quarterback that forced him to get rid of that ball a little bit earlier than he wanted. Disrupts that timing, ruins the play.
Oh, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly, it is third and 10. They motion the slot man left. He's got the first down and more than that. Give him 18 yards on that one and a first down.
That's good for Kansas City Chiefs.
On first down, it's Mahomes. Now here comes the screen to Pierce. Give him 13 on that screen play, and a first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
When you give the ball to the fullback, it just hits a lot faster, so it puts a lot of pressure on the defense to trust their reads and react. It's exactly what we saw here. They're able to take him down in the backfield for a loss.
Open man, the tight end, straight down the field. And he's in. Touchdown, KC. What a catch and run by the tight end as he takes it into the end zone and finishes the play. Greg, you know what that's like. Tight end touchdown.
Mike, so often the tight ends are considered to be the possession guys, right? They're the guy you throw it to when you need an easy catch, you need a reliable target. But not this guy. He is a downfield weapon, and he just showed you right there what he's capable of.
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. On the handoff, it's Taylor. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming. And he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Now Richardson. A throw on the run is complete.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
Give up the middle to Taylor. He is going to have a Colts first down. They're able to convert, albeit not by much, but they get it on 3rd and a yard.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
A handoff as they try to run it here. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
Well, there's not a whole lot of fancy going on here, Mike. This is just kind of old school, line up and run smash mouth football. It's exactly what they did, but it still ends up in a big gain, and he picks up the first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Richardson. That one, oh, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be 2nd down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, They know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Throwing on second down, Richardson. He'll get that one to Taylor, complete. The crowd at Arrowhead roaring. Here's third down. They'll drop to throw. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down.
They desperately needed that one, Mike. Down here late, they've only got a few remaining snaps to go, and it puts all of the pressure of the game now on fourth down. Let's see what play call they have in a gotta-have-it situation, and right now, this quarterback needs to make his best throw in the biggest moment of the game.
Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. He gets this complete to Mitchell. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
Here's Taylor. He is in. Jonathan Taylor. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. This is 1st and 10.
Yellow, yellow.
Out of the gun, here's Mahomes. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. They'll come up now for second down.
Yellow. Hey, 43.
Slot man in motion right. Into space at the 45. 6 catches for him in the ball game now, and this one's good for a first down. Again, they'll try to power forward with their fullback. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. Second down and 8.
Right. Hey, 57 color, 57 color.
Right back to the fullback. And he'll get this close to a first down. It's about 7, maybe a yard short of the first down. Here we go. Third and a yard.
Yellow. Inty. Right side.
A run with Pierce. And they pick it up. He's to the 42-yard line. And the drive continues. First down.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? And this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the first down, and they're able to convert.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Yellow. Inty. Right side.
Mahomes back. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
They're lucky to have avoided this mistake here, Mike. In the 4th quarter, with possessions running out, that would have been a critical back-breaking play in this game. And they're going to have second life now after that defender drops the ball. And let's see if they can take advantage of it.
This is a tough spot. 3rd down and 10.
Right on these two.
Slot man in motion left. Down the left sideline. And he's out of bounds in great shape. Down at the 15-yard line. They get the conversion on 3rd down. It was a gain of 27. Big moment for a guy who's made some big kicks in his career, Harrison Butker. This to force overtime. This one is on target, and it is good. And we are almost certainly bound for overtime.
And that's just a big-time kick right there. I mean, think about all the things running through this kicker's head. He knows if he misses it, this game's over. But he's cool. He's calm. He steps up, takes a deep breath, and he knocks it through to extend this game.
He'll start at the 4. So, overtime coming up. Reminder, these rules different from the regular season. Each team gets to possess the football once. After that time, its next score wins. Each team gets 3 timeouts. Any defensive score ends the game. And all replay challenges come from upstairs. We'll play as long as we need to until we get a winner.
Harrison Butker at a kickoff for Kansas City.
As if playoff football wasn't stressful enough, it is jacked up now. We're back underway with this postseason overtime session. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Schultz is the motion man. Richardson to throw it here on 1st down. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
On 2nd down, Richardson. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. He was looking for Michael Pittman with that one. And it's going to be 3rd down.
You know, there's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. The Colts about set to punt. And he's on for a big one here in overtime. This is taken at his own 30. And he'll get a few yards back here on the return before being forced out of bounds. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10.
Yellow. Tight.
On the ground to begin the drive with Pierce. And he'll get to the 40 on a short gain.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's a 2nd and 9.
Yellow, yellow.
Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. Might tell you after the game he should have come up with that one. He doesn't. And now 3rd down comes up.
So the receiver does everything right except for the most important part. He runs a nice route, great separation downfield, but now you just got to finish that thing off with a catch.
Yellow.
3rd down and 9. They motion the slot man left.
Right side.
His 8th reception of the game. And good for a 1st down.
Yellow. Right side.
Here's Mahomes. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. Down the right sideline. And he's into the end zone. That'll do it. They win it in OT. So this one in the win column for the Chiefs. It was as tight a game as anyone could hope for. It took overtime to find a winner. But they will advance in these playoffs. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. The Chiefs victorious as we say so long from Arrowhead.